gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Ashes where the body's burning. No more war pigs out the power. And the dawn has struck the hour. Now in darkness, world stops turning. Oh Lord, yeah.
Good evening and welcome to Bryan High School's Golden Bears Stadium for tonight's NWOAL Boys Soccer Contest. Chris Malanga with Mark Hagans for the Golden Bears Sports Network as we prepare for the start of tonight's match featuring the visiting Wauseon Indians and your home team, the Bryan Golden Bears. Huge thank you to our crew tonight, bringing you this event to you on screen with our director, Krista Bruner, and the camera crew of John Tripodi, Camden Reesner, and Austin Beam. Special thanks to BHS Athletics, Nathan Keel and Teresa Kuzma, Golden Bear Photo, Matt Neff and Stephanie Ponzak, and me, I'm your executive producer of the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Well, hey, Chris, a great night to be out here for soccer. Always a great time of year. We're in the thick of the league season. Bryan sitting at 3-0, 9 points on the board. Wauseon 2-2, 6 points on the board, but league implications on the line tonight, in my opinion. Great night. The weather appears to have decided to clear up. I was worried when I looked at it midday today that we'd be in the midst of horrific thunderstorms. But as we sit here, it's cooled off a bit, a little humid and thick, but the looks like the track's running fast down there. They got some rain pre-match, and that'll leave the pitch a little wet, and it's probably too humid to dry off, so that ball's going to play quick and run. So
it will. I came over here about 5:30 this afternoon. I came over to the press box, and it was just a downpour on the way over here. So we got a lot of rain in a short period of time, but hopefully that's all passed. And it is the Oberlin-Turnbull countdown to kickoff. Oberlin-Turnbull, funeral home and crematory, family-owned, family-focused. And we're going to take this time out, and we'll meet our two teams when we come back after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Discover top-quality healthcare education at Northwest State. Our instructors have real-world experience, so they know how to prepare you for great career opportunities. Northwest State, where you'll get the top-quality healthcare education you need to succeed.
Nobody likes an awkward silence. You can actually use it for something good.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan built.
Back out on the Golden Bears Sports Network, want to thank our sponsors bringing you the game tonight. They include the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Parks and Rec, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, and Veteran Services of Williams County. Chris Malanga alongside Mark Hagans. And Mark, let's meet these two teams.
Yeah, Chris, two standouts in the NWOAL these last few years. Both teams have had good success, Wauseon especially, but they lost a lot of players last year. But they enter tonight under Coach Casey Elson. I think this is his 7th year at Wauseon. Records 8-2, 2-2 in league play. They knocked off Swanton, kind of big, 11-2, and Archibald 3-0. But drop matches both to Delta and Evergreen 0-2. So the Bears, on the other hand, Coach Luke Collins, sitting on a record of 8-2-1, no league losses, 3-0, 9 points on the big board there. They knocked off Liberty 6-0, Evergreen 2-0, Swanton 4-0. So that's a good look for them, and they're looking to probably get out of here with a victory. 12 points would be a commanding lead in league. So Delta, the other team with 9 points up on the board, also 3-0, and Bryan and Delta play a little later, as you might be aware.
Yeah, that's going to be a real key game right there. I know the Golden Bears have not done very well against Delta the last few years, and I know that these seniors especially are looking for vengeance. What's interesting when you look at the last 5 games here for the Golden Bears, they won 4 in a row. That one loss at Maumee, and Maumee at the time, I don't know if they still are undefeated, but they were undefeated at the time, and that was a fast Maumee team, a good Maumee team. Yeah,
they're a handful this year. 2-1 result is really not a bad result. They've been a little up and down over the last 10, 15 years, but some years when they have some quality, they can really bring a good brand of soccer and make it tough on their opponents.
When you look at Wauseon's last 5 games, they line up like this, and kind of 3-2 in the last 5.
Yeah, Norwalk's an interesting one. Again, you see the 2 league losses up there. Sandusky, that looked like it was a nail biter, as was Swanton. But Norwalk, historically, not too long ago, they'd had some state appearances. They had a real quality squad. They've fallen off just a touch, but I don't think that's my brother-in-law's fault. He's the superintendent out there, but I doubt he's watching anyway, so I can make all the fun of him I want. But it's similar records and results. Frankly, as we're here on the season, overall, Bryan's a little bit on top in terms of league play. But there's a lot of soccer left to play in the league, and Wauseon gets out of here with a win tonight. They might start thinking, they're gonna choose their alliances carefully for the rest of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's take a look at those league standings. It shakes up like this: Delta and Bryan at the top, as you mentioned, and Swanton and Liberty Center down at the bottom, and that's kind of where they're at. Wauseon sitting just outside the picture there.
Yeah, so I'm sure that Coach Elson would take any type of victory, or this is a match. So we'll see how it plays out. Kind of my opinion, Chris, is the midfield. Whoever gets control of that midfield tonight is probably going to come out on top.
Absolutely. Well, we are in the Oberlin-Turnbull countdown to kickoff. Going to take timeout, break number 2, and come back with our keys of the game and game officials after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Rooting on the Golden Bears is a tradition that brings us all together.
Just like the sports we love, another tradition has stood the test of time. Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, since 1922, we've been part of the community, supporting you in the moments of celebration and loss.
Just like a team, we understand the value of traditions and the love that binds us together.
So whether it's cheering for a win or celebrating a life well lived, remember we are here for you.
Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family owned, family focused.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Back out on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Here, Bryan and Wauseon getting set to do battle. Let's take a look at our keys of the game, brought to you by the Carlin Company, Realty and Auctioneers, your hometown real estate company. For over 45 years, they've consistently remained number 1 in Williams County and the surrounding areas. Since 2007, call us for all your real estate needs. Let's look at the keys for Bryan first.
Yeah, so I had the opportunity to communicate with both coaches today, and both coaches had, fairly straightforward, simple keys to tonight's match. Coach Collins and the Golden Bears keys tonight, clinical finishing. And if any counter presents, break quickly into the counter, control possession and tempo. And just before we left for break, I mentioned the midfield. That's where he's going to want to control possession. And for Coach Elson and the visiting Wauseon Indians, he's going to encourage his team tonight to play with energy, to provide production in midfield in the attack, but not let the game get behind them and stay safe in defense, and then to focus on finishing any quality opportunities. So, yeah, Coach Elson gave me a little more intel. They lost a lot of midfielders from last year, so he's trying to break in a new midfield. He did note they got a few injuries he's nursing at some key spots. Thinks everybody should be good to go tonight, but he has a couple players pulling double duty on football and soccer. And we're in the thick of both those seasons, so that's going to wear on those bottom extremities.
And when you look at these teams, or you look at Wauseon, they lost, the top 3 league scorers and top 2 in assists. So, definitely having to rebuild. Let's meet our game officials, being brought to you by Tri-State Vision Center, serving the area since 1977. Contact us at either our Bryan or Montpelier offices for all your eye care needs. Officials tonight.
Elijah Greaser, but don't call him Elijah because he'll look funny at you. His name's Eli. He goes by Eli. And a longtime official, Mark Sikori. He has been doing this, I think, since my oldest kid was playing not too close ago.
All right, well, this has been the Oberlin-Turnbull countdown to kickoff. Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, family-owned, family focused. Going to take our final break and come back with our starting lineups and more after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Discover great job skills training at Northwest State. With over 50 different programs available, there is something for everyone. Providing hands-on training and education is the community college advantage.
There are a lot of ways to reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
That's what I do for a living.
Back on the Golden Bears Sports Network, getting set for this one. It is Wauseon sitting at 8-2 overall, 2-2 in the NWOAL, facing the Bryan Golden Bears sitting at 8-2-1 and 3-0 in the NWOAL. And let's meet our starting lineups. Who do you want to do first?
Why don't we do the visiting Wauseon Indians first, Chris?
All right.
So tonight, the Indians will be playing in a 4-4-2 formation. Starting goalkeeper, number 0, junior goalkeeper Brody Balser. Number 1, senior midfielder and captain Seth Reeker. Number 2, senior left back and also captain Raja Burkholder. Number 3, junior midfielder and captain Mason Buer. Number 7, junior center back Braden Shirkey. Number 9, junior striker Colin Manetti, also a captain. Number 10, junior right back Captain Gavin Sig. Number 11, senior right wing Daniel Jimenez. Number 12, junior center back Dominic Ramsey. Number 13, sophomore left wing Emmanuel Eman Jimenez. And number 14, junior forward Tyler Tester.
Starting lineup for Wauseon for now for Coach Collins and the Golden Bears.
Yep, we have the Golden Bears tonight. I'm told they'll play a 4-3-3 formation, and they'll start with number 1, senior goalkeeper Dominic Malanga. Number 2, senior midfielder Mason Welling. Number 3, junior right back Tucker Miller. Number 4, sophomore center back Nolan Sleesman. Number 10, sophomore midfielder Max Burton. Number 11, sophomore left wing Carter Altaffer. Number 12, senior midfielder Hunter Mielfeld. Number 13, junior right wing Jack Kennedy. Number 14, freshman striker Alex Diaz. Number 22, junior center back Carter Luce. Number 23, senior left back Caden Oberlin. And we will join the national anthem in progress. That is your national anthem, sponsored by Veterans Services of Williams County. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the stadium announcer tackles the starting lineups, which we got to you pronto right before the national anthem. We'll talk a little bit about some other things to look for tonight. I noted before, Chris, kind of the key matchups at midfield. That, I think, in just my humble opinion, is going to be critical. The other thing to look for is just whether the back fours for each team, they're both playing a four-back defensive system. If they can just stay calm, control any chaos. We did the Elida match about a couple chaos goals, and if they can limit kind of the risk of chaos in front of the onion bag there, I think that team may see some more success. But I know Coach Elson's a little worried. I think maybe not worried isn't the word, but more trying to prepare his squad to be aware of that gap that may develop between midfield and that back four, so Bryan can't run on that back four too quickly and kind of get through that midfield. And that 4-3-3, that is if it's played correctly, and I know last time we covered the Golden Bears, they did a really good job of doing that, getting up wide back into midfield coverage, and in the possession game that really helped them get up on Elida quickly. So, but the other thing I'd point out is Coach Collins tells me that Don Malanga is sitting on 3 clean sheets in 3 matches. That's a testament to goalkeeping, but it always helps to have that defense on top of you, Chris.
Yeah, and when I'm looking for tonight, we had the keys to the game as Coach gave them to us. The thing I'm looking at is a good start from the Golden Bears. The last couple of games, they have played off to a very lackadaisical start. They basically, went to Swanton, and you saw the score of that Wauseon Swanton game, and then you saw the Bryan Swanton game, and it was a different thing, and it was some struggles there. And then they went to Defiance. They won 6-0, but Defiance is a team that it's really hard to determine where you're at with a team like Defiance. They just are struggling right now, and it was a weird game. They had a lot of JVs in midway through that, like at the beginning of the second half, and it's really hard to tell. And this is going to be a game that's on a different level.
Well, yeah, and it's, again, I think Wauseon, if I had to guess, they'll bring their A game tonight. I think we noted earlier that last year in the torrential rain, Wauseon got the better of Bryan 5-1, 2023. And they, prior to that, last season and prior, they'd had a couple solid seasons and solid teams. So we'll see. They've replaced a lot of players this year. We'll see how some of these, kind of newer players step in, and we'll look for good things out of Bryan as we are underway here at Golden Bear Stadium. 40 minutes on the clock, first half of soccer.
I remember that game last year. It was a torrential downpour. It was awful, miserable, and people were just slipping and sliding. It was rough.
Yeah, it has. In Wauseon, I assume that was at Wauseon,
yep,
which is a grass pitch. It's kind of an awkward grass pitch because it's inside their track, so it's a bit narrow. It's going to kind of cause some issues as Wauseon looking for their first opportunity. Shot just wide of goal, but a quick breakthrough in the midfield. Wauseon kind of, as the ball bobbled around over here on near touch, was able to get control, get a ball kind of over in zone 14 and get a shot off.
Yeah, and remember that midfield play is going to be key tonight.
Yeah, and we'll have a goal kick. Malanga, service toward midfield. And Wauseon back on that with a quick recovery. And Wauseon will turn that over. 14, Alex Diaz looking to get a cross in behind the defense. Initially able to do that. Bryan turned away.
Diaz had 2 very quick goals. He had a hat trick at Defiance, but 2 very quick goals in the first half against the Bulldogs.
Freshman, no less.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one thing I'll say he has for him, he's a fairly rangy player, so he's less likely to get absolutely mauled like some of the 14-year-old freshmen, you might say. So, and this will be the first corner kick for the Golden Bears as the ball passes out the byline off of Wauseon. Left-footed service. Driven ball just over the head of the Golden Bears. Foul called. And that'll be an indirect free kick. Well, they'll call it a direct free kick, but from that distance, I'm pretty sure it won't matter. So you can hammer that thing 100 yards on a rope. So free kick given. Initially one in the air by the Golden Bears. Jimenez to Manetti.
Nice job there by Sleesman to knock it away with his head. That's using your head.
Yeah, he did, and found Welling with that, but Bryan still looking to build up out of that kind of back end of midfield. A little short pass there, kind of left Kennedy wanting, but able to recover that. Kennedy up the sideline. And Burkholder able to make that tackle. Nice tackle on the sideline, near touch here. But Bryan recovers. Mufeld plays to midfield. Burton. Mufeld not able to gather that. And Miller plays that sort of into the open area in midfield. And looks like the Golden Bears will get the initial touch. Welling will run that down. Yeah, so far, both squads staying pretty active at midfield. Nothing really developing yet, Chris, but I think everybody's still got that. We're just going to get warmed up into it, let this match come to us. But
just like we drew it up, midfield.
Yeah. A couple defensive and goalkeeper touches, but not too much. Through ball played. Malanga's going to come up and try to deal with that. Able to get a foot on it, but no harm. So that'll be a Wauseon throw in here near touch. Jimenez will throw that in to Buer. Buer beats the man with the first dribble. Nice drag touch. Cross the goal. And Luce able to knock that down, and it's cleared. Diaz missed the pass there to his partner in crime on the run there, Burton. Yeah, what I like, Chris, is both teams they're really looking to establish what I'll call soccer. It's not a long ball brand of soccer. They're really trying to, keep the ball played to feet, make good passes, incisive passes, and Malanga will pick that up harmlessly as the pass fed in. And that's been what I would say since my oldest kid started soccer. He was a 2018 graduate, so back 14, 15, most of the teams around here hadn't really started to play what I would brand as soccer. It was more of a kickball-y game, but the quality of soccer in Northwest Ohio in the last decade has significantly improved.
Absolutely. And the league is improved as a whole, too.
Well, you look at the out-of-league records of both these squads. They're both doing quite well. And the Golden Bears try to build up here near touch. Initially turned over, and that will complete the turnover. Rieker jumps on that in the midfield. Nice tackle from Oberlin as he's able to get the ball back on the Golden Bears' feet. And they'll quickly play forward. They got up on the defensive line pretty quickly, but kind of got turned away there as they look to turn that inside. That's a nice little, just easy one-touch pass from Luce. I like that. Don't try to do too much. And ball played through, but Wauseon able to knock that down. Kennedy looking for an opportunity. Ball played kind of at his knee level, not able to get that under control. Well, let's go, Greaser. Keep up with play there. He's just got out of college. You'd think he could keep up with him over there. He played a little college soccer at Bluffton. Good opportunity on the far side, but Wauseon not quite able to reel that in. So that'll be a goal kick for the Golden Bears. 33 minutes, 50 seconds first half. So inside of 7 minutes of play, we're still watching this match kind of evolve and develop, Chris.
So far, I like the play of Wauseon's defensive four there. They're doing a really nice job. Bryan wants to send it up to Diaz and let him go through, and they have not let him get past.
Yeah, they're getting two players. They've bracketed him quickly anytime they've had a ball come up, and just not quite able to do it. There's a nice through ball. And Diaz on that. Diaz with the shot and a goal.
Goal comes at 33-18.
And that is a great little one-on-one move. That pass came up on him. Have a look here as he gets on that. Little touch outside of his foot, able to get that onto his left foot, get it in behind the keeper, slots that into the goal. 1-0, Bryan Golden Bears.
Replays today being brought to you by Welling Construction, a third-generation family-owned general contractor. We specialize and pride ourselves in building quality custom homes, major renovation projects, and commercial work. Your vision, our expertise. Contact us at 419-636-3712.
And we're back underway as Wauseon takes the restart after the scored goal by the Golden Bears. And they'll look to build up out of the back. A little short, long game there. Yeah, and that, I think that may be exactly what Coach Elson had told me about, is just that ball getting up on that defensive line and behind the midfield quickly. There was an example right there. Ball slotted in right at the back end of their midfield. Played quickly through to Diaz, and he did the job of a striker, went in and scored quickly. Wauseon deep in Bryan territory, but Bryan well organized, able to turn that away. Luce makes a nice little pass to get out of trouble. No foul there, but Bryan maintains possession. Oh, sneaky little tackle from behind as number 3, Mason Buer, comes up unannounced and filches that ball away. Ball played forward quickly, and Golden Bears will let that run harmlessly out of touch for a goal kick in favor of the Golden Bears.
It looks like that Wauseon is basically doubling up the ball. Every time the ball's there, there's 2 guys around it.
So 2 ways you can deal with quality midfield. You can press them inside, press them outside. So Wauseon so far with a 2-man press, they're going to probably just press the way the ball's played. By press, I mean getting quick pressure on the players. Oh, Bryan with a nice opportunity building up. Little errant pass, but they're still on it, and it'll roll away. And Wauseon long service. Malanga will come up and deal with that. Actually gets not a bad, turned out not to be a bad pass. It shanked off his foot a little because it kind of skidded quick restart for Bryan. Oh, sorry for Wauseon, as that goal sneaks its way in, upper 90. Just that quick restart, I think, caught him unawares. Have a look here. Quick throw in by Tester. And left-footed, it literally finds the only open corner it could find. Malanga stepped out to cut off the angle. I think that just caught the Golden Bears unaware there. So, tough break there. I didn't catch who scored that. Chris, did you?
I didn't see who scored it either.
Well, number 3, I think I'm going to give that to. Mason Buer was who I think scored that. But that's a shot on goal and a goal. 1-1 as we approach the half-hour mark here in Bryan. I brought a stat sheet tonight, Chris. Look at that.
Wow, look at you.
I know, I'm terrible at keeping stats, but I'll do my best. Shot taken. Bryan, quick build-up off the restart, looking to recover quickly. But that thing sails harmlessly beyond the goal. Actually, it could have been 3 points there, Coach.
Yes, it could have been. Isn't there a player for Wauseon that is Colin Minetti that is kicking for Wauseon?
That's right,
football?
yeah.
Is that correct?
That is correct, and so far looks like he's handled himself well. The coach warned me he might have a little calf strain, but it seems he's been fine tonight. That ball manages to find its way out of touch, far side. Excuse me, that'll be a Bryan throw-in, far side of touch. And, yeah, Diaz took the throw-in, but as Wauseon stepped up, he was offside, couldn't take that pass back, and they were bunched up a little in there. Miller looked to get a little pressure there, so Bryan didn't get a free run, but Wauseon still on that. Again, looking to build up. Good aggressive play at midfield by Bryan, trying to make life difficult, and does initially creates turnover. And that ball will go Bryan's way in the quick throw in here. Substitution opportunity. Looks like he had awarded it. Oh, he's going to hold that. It's high school has a curious rule where you substitute on your own throw-ins, although the officials have a discretion if they want to let a substitution happen. Usually they won't at this point in a match. Maybe later in a match they will. Foul called there. That's our first foul of the game. We need a foul sponsor.
Yeah, we do. That's going to be a lot of money on some of these games.
I would say. We can have an over-under on the number of fouls committed. I was actually surprised when we did the Elida game, Chris. It was a fairly tidy game. Elida was a pretty big physical team, but they played a pretty tidy brand of soccer. They wasn't ugly and physical. They played soccer. Shot opportunity, but Wauseon able to get that clear before Bryan could get that shot away toward goal. But that's a very, very good service, dangerous spot. It I think fell awkwardly kind of in the middle of everybody. So
that was great service there by Carter Luce. Carter has a big leg, and a lot of times when he kicks those, they go right over, and that time he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, excellent service. So throw in far side, and back to the midfield battle developing. A little foul again. Now we're getting interesting here. Second foul committed by the Indians here in the last minute. That'll give, looks like Mason Welling going to step up. Left-footed service right between the sticks. So, and headed back clear. And out of touch, near side. Golden Bear throw in. Look at that ball boy go. He was going about 40 miles an hour at the sideline. So Miller with the throw in here, right side. And looking for Muhlfeld on the run. And Muhlfeld is able to gather that in. But out of touch, not able to find Miller there as Wauseon closed him down pretty quickly, took the passing opportunity away, and Muhlfeld not able to kind of find that crease back toward his center backs.
Now they get the sub.
Now they get the sub. I didn't catch who came in, but
it is 21.
21 for Wauseon. That's Ian Schmidt, a junior. Coming in to fill some midfield play. Burkholder looking to play a little quick pass upfield. Diaz playing the missed touch, but actually a good quality touch by the center back there, Dominic Ramsey, a junior for Wauseon. Good, calm, quality touch. Bryan back on it, Muhlfeld.
Ooh.
And they're calling that a throw-in over there. It's a good job, Bryan, getting 3 players around that ball quickly.
Nice turn there by Wauseon, Seth
yeah,
Reeker.
Seth Reeker with a good quality turn. Found their wing, but Bryan closed it down initially. Good sail of that foul. A little contact, but that'll be a free kick in zone 14, the golden zone, a dangerous place to get a service from. Bryan is stepping up a little bit, going to give the goalkeeper some space behind to deal with. We'll see if the Wauseon takes a crack right at goal. That is in distance, so you're about 27, 28 yards out. Shot taken right at Malanga. Shot on goal. Call that a keeper save. Nice little calm chest control by Burkholder there. Just kind of got that out wide and little play home. Oh,
I like the Bears pressing up here.
Yeah, they're getting up quickly. And they got a quick opportunity, but forces Wauseon to have to clear that out past the byline. So that'll give the Golden Bears their second corner kick.
Well, Diaz was coming up, and Diaz is one that if the goalie is taking his time, he will come right up and try to make a play on it. And Wauseon did a good job of clearing it, but there were 2 players, including Carter Altaffer, that did a really nice job of coming up and helping out with that and causing that corner kick to happen.
Short service and kind of doesn't bounce Bryan's way, but does manage to wander out of touch near side. Miller with the throw in. He'll find Luce. Nice, easy, calm touch. Back to Miller. This is one of those nights. It's just the field conditions. If you got to play the weight of that pass just right, because it's going to be a little thick out there. That is a free kick awarded on the tackle there as the ball sails harmlessly out of touch left of the sticks.
Now, far be it from me to say anything about officiating, but the thing to remember tonight is this field is really wet, and so things that normally might have been fouls are just kids slipping. There was one on the sideline over there, too, that was the same situation.
Yep, it's going to be, I'll tell you, it's tough on this surface to maintain footing. You know, most of the players, they use the same cleats all season, and there are some cleat differentials. But that's some nice work. Oh, tough one there. That's Sleesman looking to play it in the right place, just not quite able to get on it. Ball gets over his head, crossed in. Oh, fantastic cross, but Wauseon not a way to get the fin, just wide right, but that was just came in quickly. Perfect cross, and the far post was open, but he just couldn't slot it in. But you know what? I will say one thing I liked about that opportunity he took on that shot. He didn't just slam the thing. He tried to just slot it into that open corner. And, you know, the one thing, you got a lot of young players, they want to just crush that ball into the back of the net, and it'll usually go about 70 feet over. Looks impressive, but it never gets the result. But Bryan back in control here. Both teams doing an excellent job of getting numbers around that ball quickly, as Bryan will get another free kick. About midfield here.
They're not allowing this to get very physical. They're calling things really quick.
That's okay.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. Set
a standard and, you know, let the players play soccer. I think they're trying to play soccer, as you noted. There's probably been a couple what I'll call clumsy challenges, more due to the field conditions. But, yeah, you don't want to let high school players will take what you give them from the officiating side. So that's Oberlin gets that forward. Good clearance.
Caden Oberlin with what I like to call the Top Gun, where he just put on his brakes and let him fly by before sending it up.
Right. So throw in for Bryan. Get a substitution opportunity, looks like. Oberlin's going to take a break. And Wauseon brings
20.
Number 20. Alex Voyne, a freshman. I'll say Voyne, but it could be Vajan, depending on where you are in Northwest Ohio.
Well, I'm guessing it's Vajan because that's his brother.
That's probably Vajan then, see?
Yep. Tell you what, that kid was pretty stellar for Wauseon all those years. Braden Vajan, good in basketball, good in soccer.
Has
leading scorer in the league, I believe.
Yeah. Quick throw in by the Indians, far side. But Luce able to deal with that initially.
Oh, nice pass up to Altaffer.
Yeah. I have to get my field glasses out. Oops, I'm fumbling my phone and. Got paper everywhere here, Chris. Jeez. Phones flying, paperwork everywhere. We'll just set up a little safer here. Trying to get a bead on who came in at left back, and I can't quite get those in focus to tell my numbers over there. Hey, why don't you put your younger eyes to the test? Goal kick, shot taken fairly wide of goal, so Malanga will take a goal kick here. Another slip there. Elijah Fry in the contest there. Played back to Luce, one touch out to left. Nice little move to buy some time and space. Get that ball forward, looking to get behind the line. And Wauseon is forced to clear that out wide. Number 11, Daniel Jimenez. Probably a smart play there. They had numbers right on him. Wauseon stayed pretty organized in that back four, but don't want to take chances. So throw in. Left foot service effort goes out of play. That'll be another Bryan corner kick. Third of the night. Wauseon yet to have a corner kick. So right-footed service, in-swinger coming. Player back post, Mufeld.
Fry will be the one taking it.
Mufeld's a pretty capable header if he can get it across to him, but not able to loose there. Kind of flew loose his head, not able to get that. Out of touch near side. Wauseon throw in.
Nice job there by Goose Miller to come in and take that away.
Welling and Voyne.
One thing we have not had tonight has an offsides.
No. And if you want to sound like a soccer genius, call it offside.
Yeah, that's true.
Only two sides. One is off. You know the rule, right? No closer than the second last defender to the goal than the defending opponents.
Well, I believe I said this during the Alata game. I use the Ted Lasso rule. I don't know the rule, but I know it when I see
exactly. It. Little challenge from behind there. That'll be a free kick in favor of Wauseon.
They got numbers on the left side here.
Looking to build up quickly. Ball played on the ground, not served. Little gravity storm took the ball away. Unfortunate break, but that'll be a goal kick for the Golden Bears. Yeah, the ball is going to – these conditions really set up interestingly on a – I mean, this pitch is generally going to be fairly quick, but wet, it's going to play quicker. But with the humidity, it's going to make that ball seem almost heavy, like it's leather and not whatever magic material they make it out of these days. It's a nice little turn by Voyne, but Bryan able to come away with that. Played quickly forward, but that'll find the goalkeeper, Brody Balser.
Maybe just a little too far ahead of Fry. Fry's fast, but not that fast.
Well, and it's going to, again, turf. When you play it on turf, you want to be fairly direct to feet because those little flick balls are going to run quickly. You need a lot of space in that, in that space between the back four and the goalie to lay one on like that. Unless you got some magic backspin, it's really hard to get that to sit up for you.
That came up really close to the forearm on that kick.
Score still 1-1, 16:22 on the clock. Heading towards halftime. Yeah, Bryan able to draw first blood, but then Wauseon with a really impressive shot, actually, on a quick restart. Again, that was almost a chaos goal. Shot taken.
That goes off the play clock, the football play clock.
That was close, too. Really a pretty interesting little flick. Pick up who did that. That was That's number 3, Mason Beer for Wauseon. Goal scorer before. He's got pretty clever feet, and right there he just tried to redirect that against the sort of toward the far post and just chipped it a little wide, but it was a pretty good opportunity and really good effort. So off the goal kick. Kind of up for grabs at midfield. Bryce Welling, number 16's entered at midfield there, so pass unfortunately just played behind the Golden Bear attacker. Yeah, and you see how quick that ball comes off their feet. Up, here's another quick restart, but they choose not to take it forward too fast. Beer will kind of slow things down as Wauseon will play a little 1-2 pass. Beer to Westmeyer. But Luce able to get that clear. Looks like that'll roll out of play. Wauseon will keep possession on that for a throw in.
Bringing up one of their midfielders to do the throw, keep their strikers ahead.
Luce not quite able to get a foot on that. Malanga comes up and deals with it. But that looks like it's called out a touch. So should be Wauseon's first corner. Near touch. Looks like their left back, Burkholder, is going to take this. Right-footed service will be an in-swinger. They have not committed a lot of numbers, and Bryan is pretty well stacking that box, but watching for some late runs as this service is generated. Yeah, looks like he mishit that, but chaos ensues, and Wauseon comes away with the goal. Have a look. Service. Actually, it looks like he just plays a quick little pass, little flick behind. Bryan not quite able to deal with it. Malanga gets down quickly, but not able to recover it, and it is a goal. I did not catch who scored that goal in all that chaos. But Bryan takes the restart quickly from center. Just about 13 minutes. Wauseon on top 2-1. Ball out of play far side. Bryan throw in deep in Wauseon territory. Turn far side. Bryan looks to drive in toward the goal, but Wauseon gets the initial clearance. Trying to defy the laws of physics, but that'll be a throw-in awarded. Quick substitution will occur here. Yeah, both midfields have worked pretty hard. I'd say, both coaches getting probably what they want out of their midfield play. Both of Wauseon's goals kind of just came off, like I like to call them, chaos goals. I'm sure there's a technical term for them, but opportunistic goals, perhaps.
And that's when we had the Elida game. Bryan did that to Elida.
Yeah, for sure. And it's a great way to get it. They don't put a little asterisk in there and say, yeah, it did not come from beautiful build-up play. It came from a quick event that defied all laws of soccer. Kennedy looking to build up here, right side. Finds Burton. Westmeyer jumped on that, and ball's still up for grabs. So it looks like Bryan will come away with that. They'll be driving now. And I am not going to mention, I think I saw lightning over there, because that has catastrophic impact in terms of how we manage the ongoing match. But quick turnover and clearance. Bryan back on the attack. Nice little inside turn, but not able to keep possession, so it'll revert back. Rieker looking to play wide right. Loose will go home. Malanga. Get that clear. I think he felt a little hurried. I'd like to see that get played to the right back, who was actually in a good spot there. Ball out of touch. Bryan throw in. Got a few numbers forward. That's Bryce Welling, number 16. Looking to find Mufeld over there, but
we're going to get a card here, a yellow card.
That is a yellow card on number 4 at the 10-minute 30 mark. That is Josh Bourne, Jason's younger brother.
One of the things that I'm really impressed with Wauseon is the speed at which they approach the ball. It's never, the Bears have not had any chance to carry the ball, anything like that. There's always a person coming fast and closing quickly, as it were.
Yeah, so they're really taking away the Golden Bears' opportunities to get clean passes, any angled looks. Loose with the service, up and over the goal. Mass substitution opportunity here as Wauseon will recover the ball as we approach the 10-minute mark. Goal kick in favor of the Indians. Burton played the ball up off the ground and handled. That'll be it's Direct kick. Good opportunity here. See if Bryan can take advantage of it here in the waning minutes of this opening half of soccer. And I'm hoping Mr. Sikoria is studiously looking at the ball and not off in the distance there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looks like Luce will set up about the same distance he had before where he flew it. We'll see what he chooses to do this time. If he'll try and float it or drive it or just put it on frame. Looks like he'll drive it on frame. Keeper comes up with the save there, but that is a shot on goal and a save for the Wauseon keeper, Brody Balser.
Well, we had the day before, last Wednesday, we had a homecoming game night here at Golden Bears Stadium, and just a chance to the community to come out and spend some time in the stadium. And there was a punt, pass, and kick contest, and Carter Luce hit a 45-yard field goal.
There you go.
In a football field goal. So there you go.
Up, holding the throw here. I'm not sure what. We're going to rethrow.
Maybe it was in the wrong spot. I don't know.
I have no idea. At any rate, Miller with the throw in. Altaffer driving. Not able to drive through the defense.
He'd have somebody following every time. Wauseon is so quick to those.
Well, I'll tell you, the 4-3-3 formation, just depending on where your pivot player is in that midfield three, that can create a numbers issue. So normally, if you're going to do that, your strong side back, little shot opportunity far left side goes out of touch there, goal kick awarded. But yeah, if you're strong side meaning ball side back, that's the player that should get up in there, and your other defender should drift a little toward the strong side. But now you're getting into the ins and outs and kind of interesting details of formational play, Chris. Nice touch. Pass wide here. Able to run that down. That's number 21. Ian Schmidt, a junior for Wauseon.
Wauseon subbing a lot of kids.
Yeah, I think Coach Elson said they've had, with some of the injuries, they've had a lot of players. Oh, that's a great through ball. Splits the backs. Shot taken. Malanga with a face save. And clearance effort. Happens to find their own teammate. That is a great save right there. So 2 saves so far for Malanga.
Oh, Mason Welling thought that ball was going to go a different way. Came through with a head.
Malanga deals with the deep turnover, dangerous spot. Bryan really lucky Wauseon didn't have more numbers up there. That could have become catastrophic at that point. 6 minutes approached here. Ball still up for grabs. Looks like Bryan will come away with that after about 38 touches among many players there.
Lots of them off the head.
Yeah, that looks impressive. Welling.
Welling again.
And Welling. And Welling. It's like padding his rebound statistics.
Is that a thing?
I don't think
so.
so.
Are you tracking rebounds over there?
Yeah, I could. So ball out of touch. Wauseon throw. They'll try to get underway again. Far touch. Coach's corner over there. Ufield gets the initial touch, but Wauseon able to get on that. They've got some numbers coming and quick run. Through ball splits the backs. Malanga's going to have to step up and deal with that, which he does. Great pass runner coming in. That could have been a problem if Malanga's not able to control that through ball.
Oh, nice move.
Little cheeky. Ball out of play. Bryan throw in here. Oh, good work by the ball boy.
At Swanton the other night, they had ball boys, but just behind the goal, not everyone on the sideline.
Need more little siblings.
Yes, they do.
Bryan on the move, right side. Burkholder able to get that tackle. Out of touch for a Bryan throw in deep in Indian territory. Oh, I like that idea from Mufeld. Plays it back to Welling, but Welling not able to split the defenders. Little angular play there. Great idea. Yeah, look again. Wauseon getting 2 defenders on every ball quickly at midfield. They are really giving Bryan no room whatsoever to get any clean passing. See, even right here, quickly pressuring. And now Bryan able to initially string some passes together. Foul awarded. It's on Altaffer. Bryan's 5th foul. Wauseon had 3, and they've kind of laid off those already. Indirect play. Nice touch by Luce. Getting that forward quick. I'll say the one thing I am noticing, Chris, some of the Bryan midfielders, when that like in that little passing situation, they've kind of settled into space and they've not. There's a really important concept in attacking play. There's a foul awarded. Tough foul from behind. That's the worst kind, right through the ankles. No card, but I forgot. That's actually their 5th foul because that card was a foul. I didn't write that one down. But, yeah, mobility, meaning kind of the off-ball movement players make. I think if Bryan could get that principle kind of better employed here, we're going to stop the clock at 2:53. If you want to go to, they're going to sub quickly instead. They have stopped the clock.
Mason Welling was down, but able to get up on his own.
Yeah, so hopefully he's okay. Yeah, that was a nasty little challenge from behind. That's get some cleats in the Achilles tendon. It tends to leave a lasting impression. But, yeah, at any rate, I'd like, the one thing, if I'm going to go into halftime and make a correction, probably it's that kind of get those midfielders more mobile and into those gaps. Because Wauseon's committing 2 to the ball every time, so that's going to leave a little vacuum kind of in that area behind him. And if you get a purple jersey to get into that vacuum quickly, that's going to give Bryan a better opportunity to start connecting passes better at midfield. They had a nice little sequence there, but that was, if you notice, that was kind of in that midfield third. It was before they got up on the defense, so there was more space to do that. And then they kind of ran out of space. Ball out of touch. Bryan throw in. Played back. Miller.
Nice through ball there from Miller.
Good effort, just couldn't quite sneak it in there, but out of play. Inside of 2 minutes here, so if Bryan's going to even this up before halftime, they're going to have to look for an opportunity here. Throw in taken. Mufeld not able to knock that down initially, but it comes off Wauseon. He's going to, nice little touch turn, strong on the ball. Welling, Junior Welling. Nice little turn, able to retain possession. And throw in far side. A cacophony as some players go to the ground. No foul awarded. It's a foul throw, but what do you do?
Minute left.
Good tackle by the winger. Ball out of touch. I think that'll be a Bryan throw in here inside of 1 minute.
Nope, they're going to give it to
Wauseon throw in. There was no signal, so I wasn't sure. Good recovery. Bryan a little flattened up there on their front forward 3. Wauseon last minute opportunity. That's number 14, shot on goal, Tyler Tester, right at Malanga, able to prevent any further catastrophic results here as the first half winds down.
10, 9, 8,
Wind it down.
6, 5, 4, 3.
And we are at halftime here at Golden Bear Stadium, Chris. We will take a break to hear from our sponsors. We'll be right back with you with halftime adjustments and a first half analysis.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
At Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, we understand that family is at the heart of everything we do.
Being family-owned and family-focused is not just a slogan for us, it's a way of life. We walk alongside you during life's most challenging moments, providing a guiding hand and a shoulder to lean on.
With heartfelt care and attention to detail, we tailor each service to honor the life and the memories of your loved one. We treat you like family because your journey is our journey.
Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family-owned, family-focused.
Halftime here on the Golden Bear Sports Network. We're in the Bryan Athletic Boosters halftime show. 2-1 Wauseon lead. Chris Malanga, Mark Hagans here with you. And you know, just that was some chaotic goals coming.
Yeah, both. So Bryan got the first goal, kind of drew first blood on some nice play, got a quick ball in behind the Wauseon defense. Kind of one of the worries I know Coach Elson had about getting kind of overrunning that midfield, and that's exactly what happened. Nice quick flat ball. Found Diaz. He was able to beat his man and get in and get a nice goal in behind the goalkeeper. Nothing the keeper could do about it. But then, yeah, two goals of opportunity, one on a quick restart. Ball came in and just pounded on the one by Buer with a great shot. It literally, if it had been any more right or up, it would have nailed the post. It caught the only part of that corner upper 90 it could catch. And then second goal on another kind of awkward restart, got in behind the defense, and Tester jumped on that, snuck it in. Malanga kind of got a hand on it initially, but then it did not get cleared. The defense had an opportunity to clear it, just again in that chaos. It's sometimes hard to get that ball clear. Found the back of the net. So we're 2-1 at halftime, Chris.
Yeah, I want to thank our sponsors bringing you the game today. They include the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Parks and Rec, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, and Veterans Services of Williams County. I actually did that a little early. You have some stats, or you have some more information?
Yeah, so I always have some stats and information, but no guarantees on the stats. But we'll talk about that. First half I had 3 corners for the Golden Bears, 1 corner for Wauseon. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Shots on goal, 2. For the Golden Bears, did score on 1 with a Diaz score, as we noted. 4 shots on goal for Wauseon, 2 goals out of that. Again, Tester and Buer. I got 2 saves for keeper Balser, and I got 3 saves for Malanga so far. We did have that yellow card doled out. That went to Wauseon's number 4, Joshua Bourne, at the 10-minute 30 mark. A little salty challenge as Bryan was on ball there, but caution is a good way to deal with it. There really haven't been a terrible lot. I mean, we've got direct, I probably got 5 to – fouls are about even at 5 apiece.
Yep.
There was a little flurry of them, but for the most part, I think both teams are trying to keep the ball on the ground, keep it on the feet of their midfielder, kind of look to build up. But both defenses have stayed pretty organized, other than on two awkward restarts that Bryan kind of got just out of shape, and I don't know if they lost focus or just it's just sometimes they had players around the ball, certainly on that second goal, but just not able to get that clear. And again, Wauseon's defense was, they were nice and organized, but the midfield got a little disconnected from their back 4 on the Bryan goal. So I would say, if I'm going to make some adjustments at halftime, Chris, I think I noted as we were about to go to break in the waning moments of the first half, I'd kind of like to see the Bryan midfielders off ball, I'm talking, really get, make quick, aggressive, mobile runs into a place where the on-ball player can see you, so they know to get that ball right to your feet. On conditions like that, those balls have to be weighted perfectly, played right to feet, and that's really the best way to do it. Kind of 1 or 2 touch soccer is really what's going to win the day. And both teams, frankly, for the most part, have been trying to do that. It's just the conditions have made it a little difficult. Experience helps when players, if you've played a lot of wet turf, you'll learn that pretty quickly. You can't play, this is not the kind of surface for long ball. It's just going to run away. You saw both teams kind of playing it up and over the backs, and it just runs out of touch, or the keeper just scoops it up.
Yeah, and when you look at the keys to the game that both teams have wanted to do, I mean, how are they doing so far? Yeah,
I'd say the one good build-up opportunity for Bryan, they scored on. They had a nice clinical finish from Diaz. And it was on an opportunity to get behind the midfield quickly and counter quickly. They haven't really countered so much. That kind of hasn't come off. So but I don't know that Wauseon is kind of spread out. That match really hasn't presented to Bryan a lot of good counter opportunities. So I'm not, they're probably I'm going to say pushing 60-40, maybe 60-40, 58-42 on possession. They're probably leading the possession edge. So that they've been able to control possession, but the tempo has been more dictated, in my opinion, by Wauseon. Yeah. So I don't think Coach Collins can check that box, because Wauseon has done a really, really good job of getting numbers quickly on the ball, getting at least 2 players committed to pressing the ball wherever it is, and just making it uncomfortable for Bryan to connect passes. So they had one little stretch at about the 10-minute mark. They strung about 6 or 8 passes together, but then just couldn't quite break through. It just tightened up on them. Wauseon did a good job of getting 4 or 5 players, kind of numbers up around that ball, turned it over. I'd say, so Wauseon, for their keys, Coach Elson wanted them to play with energy, and they've really done that, especially in midfield. They've done a great job of that. And production on attack. I mean, they've got goals out of midfielders. They, with one exception, they've generally stayed pretty competent and safe in defense. So they haven't let Bryan really get behind them yet. And they had 2 opportunities. I don't know if I'd call them quality. So, I mean, I guess quality is quality. I mean, they got a quick restart. That's always a coach's dream, if you can catch a team kind of on the back foot. And they did that on one of their goals with that quick throw-in restart. So, that he probably checks that box for a finish on a quality opportunity. The other one was, like we said, a chaos kind of goal of opportunity, but, they found the back of the net. Sometimes that happens. So here we are, 2-1 in favor of the visiting Wauseon Indians as we are winding down halftime at Golden Bear Stadium.
Why don't we take our final time out of the half? When we come back, we'll preview our next games here on the Golden Bear Sports Network and talk about this one. Back after this.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. So if you want to talk to your kids, you got to get it trending. I was just trying to get your attention.
Could I just ask?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
Discover top-quality healthcare education at Northwest State. Our instructors have real-world experience, so they know how to prepare you for great career opportunities. Northwest State, where you'll get the top-quality healthcare education you need to succeed.
Here at the Williams County Veterans Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veterans Service Office.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan built.
I'm Tom Turnbull of Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family owned, family focused, celebrating our 100th anniversary, 2022.
It's great working with family. The relationship we have with one another allows us to focus on your family and help guide you through the planning process.
We focus in on your family's needs to make sure that everything is done the way that you and your family want.
Right now, our family wants a Golden Bear victory.
Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family owned, family focused.
Back on the Golden Bears Sports Network, 2-1 in favor of Wauseon here in the halftime as we're wrapping things up here and getting set for the second half. Chris Malanga, Mark Hagans. We got more soccer coming up on Saturday as the Lady Bears will host Toledo Central Catholic. We'll have that one for you, 10 a.m. start here on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Yeah, looking forward to that one, Chris. It should be a good game. Central Catholic usually fields a solid team, and the Lady Bears have done a pretty good job this season. Enjoyed the last game I called for them, so looking forward to that. We're back underway here at Golden Bear Stadium, 40 minutes on the clock. Well, let me do this. If I was smart, I would switch sides with my lineup so I can remember which team's on which side. See, I am educable. My wife doesn't think so, but as we're underway, ball goes out of touch far side. Wauseon throw in, working left to right here from the box where we are. Gonna move that restart back a little bit. Mr. Greaser not satisfied with the initial location of the restart. So we are seeing symptoms of heat lightning off in the distance. We got through that first half unscathed with weather, but who knows. So Wauseon still in possession. Hey, we can talk about the guys on the right side of the pitch in this half. I couldn't see who half of them were. It's my eyes are getting old. I need a bigger monitor. It just shows the other side.
Put like a 60-inch up here.
That would do it. I would take that.
Nice job there to clear it out by Sleesman.
And Burkholder steps up, one touches it, bounces off the Golden Bears, and Wauseon back in control. And Buer, another good quality touch. He's been a bright spot for Wauseon tonight. He's done a lot of hard work in midfield, stayed strong, stayed on the ball, but Bryan able to get that initial turnover. As number 10, Max Burton, looks to find Diaz up top. One other thing, I did not see Wauseon do this much, but there was, Coach Elson had said there was a possibility that depending on sort of situational opportunities, he might change to a 3-5-2, which is a great formation I love, but it's a high-risk, high-reward formation. Ball out of touch far side. That'll give the Golden Bears their first corner kick of this half. Fourth of the match. Right foot service. That'll be an outswinger from the far side. Bryan has some numbers forward. Wauseon getting organized in front of the goal. Service taken, shot on goal, but it bounces away. Shot taken again, parried by the keeper, and it's taken in left foot.
I think that, let me see if I can get who that is. Max Burton.
Max Burton with the opportunistic finish on the set piece. Ball pings around. Keeper with the parry. He's able to knock that thing into the back of the net for the Golden Bears. Tying goal second half. Great shot. Great Scott.
Balzer did a good job with the first two. That third one, though, just he had no chance with it.
Yeah, it got behind him. He'd gone to ground after the parry, and Burton just one touch, bang, back of the net. Great shot. We're all level. 37 minutes, 19 seconds. Great finish on the restart and set piece there from the Golden Bears. So Wauseon will turn over. Oberlin got that ball forward, and Bryan gets an initial run on it. Wauseon will hit the eject button, get that clear quick, but Bryan still has some numbers, but not quite tidy on the pass. Neufeld has actually done a nice job of, as much as we've talked about Wauseon kind of pressuring and making it difficult. Oh, no, it's a foul call there, making it difficult on the Golden Bears. Neufeld has done a lot of work at midfield, just trying to close everything he can down. So first free kick of the half in favor of the Golden Bears. From distance, So Welling, left foot, will step up and take this. Bryan has 7 forward. Welling serves across the face of the goal.
Burton slipped.
Yeah, unfortunate. Yeah, he kind of looked like he got kind of caught in between as that bounce. I think he thought one of the forward players might get a touch on it and it would maybe be a flick on, but it kind of caught him at that awkward, do I step up and take it on the half volley or get my head on it? And Mother Nature told him neither. Burkholder, heady clearance there just to avert danger. Bryan had 4 players kind of getting on that. Welling, good pass. Touch and run by. Burton. And turned over. Burton will give chase. That's a nice idea. I just didn't quite pull it off out of Wauseon. That little quick flick to the far side. So Oberlin will try to keep pressure on it, step in, take the space, find Loose. Loose trying to defy the laws of physics. Wauseon.
They'll have a corner. Nope, they're going to say goal kick.
Oh, he must have been beyond the line when he took that. Well, let's see if they're going to change their mind here. Nope. Yeah, I think Loose was actually out beyond the byline when it hit him. It did look like it was going to be awarded a corner, but I think he'd run into that white area back there. It's a little hard to tell from our lofty perch high above the Golden Bear field. So, in any event, Wauseon will get the throw in. Now to Jimenez. And Buer again, a little nice touch and turn. Find some space and good pass. To left back stepping up there. Ball out of play. Wauseon throw in. That's a good play by Loose there.
That's where the big-footed Loose comes into play right there. Just to clear.
That's a little unlucky there. Altaffer was looking to connect with Diaz, but just got it behind him. But then Wauseon promptly turns it over, so Diaz will take the throw in. Finds Burton. Mufeld, square ball. I wonder if Coach Collins listened to me. The Bryan midfielders are getting into those little gaps quickly. That ball's on. That was trouble as Diaz saw that ball bounce up, attacked it, but Wauseon's goalkeeper able to get down to ground ball, so they're coming up with a heady play just to get on that quickly. So it looks like
that's interesting. The Wauseon, there was a whistle there for hands, and he played the ball in, and now they've stopped it.
Yeah, quick restart, but the official does have the discretion to call it back, forcing, I guess, what you'll call a ceremonial restart. Wauseon didn't like it, but I don't think anybody liked what happened there.
No, I don't think so.
It's probably the right call if nobody was happy. Loose has to step up and deal with one kind of ball pinged around as Wauseon got the second restart there on the free kick. I suppose I should award that to them.
Wauseon really trying to push pace here. Quick throws, quick kicks.
Oh, nothing doing, says Greaser. Get up. Let's play soccer and flop around on the sideline. Looks like Mufeld's going to get his head up, see what's availing of the attacking opportunities. Say Bryan throw in. It's into the coffin corner over there. I have no idea who's on the ball, ladies and gentlemen. So feel free to check your monitors. You can call them out to us. Just text me who's on ball, and we'll get it in match quick. Even give you attribution. Bryan to throw in. Wauseon manages to come away with that, but steps into the breach. Welling does, able to kind of break up their attack opportunity. He'll give chase. Ball's played forward. Far side of touch. Wauseon trying to get that in behind the Bryan defense.
There's nothing you can do there.
Fantastic cross. And again, I apologize. Let's see if we can have a look. Look at this fantastic cross. That finds the foot of number 14, Tyler Tester. One touch across the face of the goal. Nothing Malanga can do. And that goal finds the back of the net. Now 3-1 in favor.
3-2.
3-2 in favor of the Indians. Thank you for the correction. That'll be, that's going to make one coach quite happy. That kind of fit in exactly with just sort of their finishing prospects for the Indians. That was just a fantastic play. Ball up for grabs, but Bryan giving chase. A lot of time left. This match it's been really even both ways. And Diaz looking to slot one in. Nice pass from Diaz. Found Burton, but not able to get behind that line. Looks like Luce is, Luce dithered with it a little, but Malanga has to come out and just mucks it up enough that Golden Bears able to get that free. Player down. Bryan on the attack now. Ball up and over the top. Crowd is getting cranky down there, Chris. That's get a foul there. Welling a little kind of friendly shove. Buer helps him up. Wasn't a terrible foul, but we'll call it a foul. It was a foul. Stadium announcer admonishing the fans to maintain their composure. Luce will just make a little pass play, wide right. Nice little directional touch by Welling. Get it in behind the Wauseon Indians. Played down the right side. Service coming. One-on-one. He's got double coverage out there. Service does come. Finds the back post.
Max Burton down there in the corner.
Burton looks to beat his man. Little drag step in behind.
There'll be a corner kick because it went off of the foot of Seth Reeker there.
Yeah, Diaz, nice low driven ball, looking to find just a partner in crime up there, and it goes out of touch, and Golden Bears will take a corner. Balzer steps up, cuts out that corner ball wisely. The Golden Bears had a beat on that for a potential header goal. Draw this back to level. A one-touch opportunity, kind of squibbed wide of the goal. Get some subs coming in as the Wauseon Indians awarded the goal kick. Boy, their defense is settled back really far right now. I don't know if that's a sign of tired or if that's a positional issue. Ball finds Luce off Welling's head. Play a little square ball. Out of touch off Wauseon. Throw in far side.
Ball went over the fence. Ball boy giving chase.
The children in the neighborhood cheer as they win a free match ball. Shot taken.
Oh, I like the take.
Number 12, Mufeld. Yeah, he just, if you noticed, his head was up a little, shoulders back a little. That's going to tend to get your foot angle up. Just sailed. If he just could get his head forward a little more, he hit it hard. It's a good opportunity to drive that ball. But in any, well, maybe it was deflected.
They called it a corner kick.
Yeah, so it must have been deflected. So, maybe apologize to Mr. Mufeld. Oh, ball out again, another corner kick. 7th corner kick. Left foot service, swing in. Little gap in there. Service high and away.
Oh, it's loose.
They'll call that. Yeah, a little keeper safety. Kind of had it in his hand, a little collision. Nothing terrible. Oh, they're going to stop the clock. Just make sure the keeper's okay. No card or anything, but they didn't stop the clock. He did give the stop clock signal. Maybe thought about just checking. The keeper said he was okay, but that's just generally a keeper safety issue, which I agree with at the high school level. That may bruise up tomorrow. Nice footwork by Tester. Gets that cross in. Open player.
Nice job there by, was that Burton? No, that was not Burton.
Mufeld actually got back quick and dealt with it.
That was Burton.
Yeah. Ball out of touch here. There's Altaffer giving chase. Wauseon decides to get that out of harm's way. And they're first to the ball again. They're building up. Reeker looks forward. Malanga's going to get that clear. Eject.
I tell you what, when they look at this, the film of this, I think people are going to be surprised how quick Wauseon's been to the ball.
They've been to the ball quick, and again, they've taken advantage of the opportunities they've had.
Yep.
And I think, part of the quickness is maybe it's kept Bryan maybe just a little hesitant, so they're not so much on their heels, but just maybe a yard out of where they really want to be comfortably, just kind of backing off, and that's been an issue. I mean, they've stuck to the game plan, trying to really play comfortably and confidently through midfield, but Wauseon's made it tough for them. Altaffer got that square ball out. Welling. Diaz. He's got his head up. Nice little slip pass there. Welling not quite able to jump on that. I think he slowed his run up quick, but now he's on it. Shot taken. And
they're going to call a foul on Bryan, it looks like.
Well, that could be where they call offside, because Bryan player was in offside position, but he was not playing the ball. Yeah, I can't tell for sure. If it was a foul, it'd be a direct kick. I don't know if he's holding the hand up for the substitution. Well, they've stopped the clock, which they probably shouldn't have done. But they'll rewind it. Yeah, I guess that would be a foul on Bryan. So we don't have a headset to the officials for them to announce the infraction, or they do that so we can't make fun of players.
Doesn't matter in football. They do it in football.
I wouldn't do that out here. These kids are doing a great job. Quick service. Looks like Luce is going to step in and deal with that. Safety first. He'll just play that out of touch. Let the Bryan Golden Bear defense reorganize. Wasn't a lot of danger, but any missed touch or misplay, Wauseon's shown they'll be quick to jump on those balls and take advantage of the opportunity.
We got offsides here.
Yeah, the throw-in initially, he wasn't, and then he played it back, and then he was. Can't be called offside on the actual throw-in, but if you're standing offside when the second pass comes to you, they'll call that pronto. I do like how Mark Sikori's letting Greaser do all the running on that side. Get up there, young man.
Wouldn't you?
Absolutely. Bryan again. Build up.
Patiently.
Yeah.
Bring it up.
Good play. It's like the octopus formation, 8 players around the ball.
When I was a kid, they used to call that magnet ball.
Yeah, but you could play in the cracks there.
I think Elijah Fry was surprised to have that ball at his feet.
Kind of fortuitous. And loose. So I'll just step up.
He's just got to kick it. He can't play footsies over there.
That's okay. Yeah, looking to make a nice pass.
Wauseon just so quick to the ball.
Yeah, again, every time that ball finds a Golden Bear foot, they get 2 players on it quickly. So that looks like that's something they have, either game planned or worked on, or it's just sort of a part of their identity. They've done a good job of that. Number 8, Carter Teal. He'll take a left-footed banger.
Oh.
Heading for the bar, forces Balzer to get his hands up, make the save up and over. And that'll be a corner kick for the Golden Bears. Number 8. Still can't believe it. Does it make sense that Wauseon's had only 1 corner? Or did I miss one somewhere? I don't remember any others.
I think they only had 1.
Well, that's had one in the first half. They haven't any this half. Service.
Ooh, high.
High and away. I think he scored 3 points on that. 20 minutes approacheth, so midway point of this second half. Wauseon's still on top 3-2, but neither team has really taken command of this match. It's been just a sort of a battle of wills at midfield so far. Oh, nice step by Sleesman, able to get that knocked down. Quick play forward.
Lots of back and forth just kicking it back and forth.
Sorry, that's number 6. I said that was number 8. That's actually Colin Rockle.
Yep, that's Rockle.
All right, I pronounced Thiel's name wrong anyway. So
Well, Thiel's got the curly, mulletish looking thing.
That's
going to be a card.
Yep. Foul and a card. You catch that number?
I will definitely catch that number. That is number 21.
That is number 21, Ian Schmidt, a junior for Wauseon. At the 19-minute 26 mark.
The game against Defiance, Bryan got to play a man up as Defiance had a red card in that game.
Straight red or successive red?
Straight red.
Straight red. Service taken. Balzer.
Ooh, that'll be a corner kick.
Spills it, so corner kick.
That was dangerous. That came right up him, and there was a Golden Bear right at him, and ooh.
Yeah, good opportunity there. That was awkward service. It came down just in front of him, and he just, I think, hesitated, didn't step up to deal with it. And it took an awkward bounce, almost rolled over him. Left-footed service. Looking for the Olympico. Needed to move the goal over about 14 feet. It would have been. So, Balzer. We just realized is left-footed. Like, why is he on the wrong side of the ball? Because he's left-footed, Mark. Goal kick. Nice little flick on, but fine Welling.
Oh, nice turn.
And Wauseon really quick to close that space down and misplayed by Sleesman. So Wauseon plays that forward quickly, but out of touch. Golden Bear throw in. Quick substitution opportunity. We need a spotter. That's what you need to find.
Yeah.
Spotter and a stat keeper. Give somebody with younger eyes the binoculars, and they can just tell me who's coming in.
think Diaz came back in for the Bears over here.
Yep, I concur.
You are so far away from the field here. It's a nice facility, but you are very far away from the field.
But on the bright side, if the weather's bad, we are out of the weather.
Exactly.
And that was my worry today was, we're going to get storms. And I was like, I'll be nice and dry. Of course, it can get bad enough these windows fog up.
Yep.
So Wauseon looking to get one in behind the Bryan defense. Loose. One touch that out and clear. Finds the Golden Bears foot, far side.
Nice job there. I think that's Burton.
Good ball through. Finds Diaz. Diaz not quite able to get that up and over the Wauseon defender. I thought it came off Wauseon, but no, says Greaser. Greaser, come on. So Wauseon goal kick. Great opportunity. Diaz pounced on that as it popped forward. So Wauseon will make some substitutions. My suspicion is you're going to start seeing pretty regular substitutions out of Wauseon here for about the next.
Number 10 is coming in, and
number 10.
5.
Gavin Sig. Number 5, Miles Colon, a junior.
Oh, nice move. Should be.
That was lucky.
Yes, it was.
Ball. I thought. Yep, so let's see.
We'll stop it again. Substitution.
Thought Welling was going to lose that, but it kind of just came at an awkward height and went out off of Wauseon.
Hunter Mufeld checks back in.
Mufeld will come back in. Probably a good break for him to take right there. The action had sort of wandered away from his position. They're going to need him to get some pressure. Malanga with the snap hook coming our way. He didn't quite get it up high enough for me to make a play on it.
17 came in.
17, Ian Westmeyer, senior for Wauseon. Looks like they're, I think Coach Elson's being a little cagey. Bryan subbed. He got a sub up right away, and we're seeing a sub fest here. It is kind of, clock's ticking, so that's in Wauseon's favor. As always, that clock can never move fast enough if you're trying to score, and never moves fast enough if you're trying to finish the game anyway.
Elijah Fry checked in.
So Corey with the whistle. A ball out of touch here. Looks as awarding a free kick. Nope. Pull Welling infield a little bit. Another free kick in favor of the Golden Bears. Service taken. Wauseon gets to it first. Sleesman. Nice opportunity. If you could have slipped that ball back, Mufeld had kind of settled in that little pocket.
Now he's going towards the goal.
Loose.
Oh, nice job by Fry to let him pass by.
Yeah, Bryan staying patient, but kind of looking to get one over the top there. Again, it's going to be difficult in these conditions. Rockel. Back to Loose. Stay loose, Loose. Nice play there. Little field switch on 2 passes. I like that. Yeah, if Bryan can just stay composed and continue stringing passes together, that'll be ideal.
Again, double teaming the ball. Wauseon every chance they can.
Yeah, quick tackle there. Really good step by Diaz there to fish that ball out. It was played right between 2 Bryan players, and he got it, but Bryan not able to hang on to it.
Max Burton checks in, and as does Tyler Tester.
And Welling will take a break. Midfield shift. Bryan throw in from Rockel.
I didn't even see Carter Altaffer down there when he threw that in. This is trouble.
Oh. Little cross finds Westmeyer. Westmeyer goes far post, ticks off out the far post. Brilliant scoring opportunity. Very calm, one touch, just tried to lay it in across into the side net. Malanga had come out to deal with it, and about the only crack Westmeyer had. And he just fanned it wide. So goal kick.
Right to the feet.
It was a good touch, too.
That was.
Finds Diaz, slips that ball in behind. Cleared out of bounds. I think that'll be a corner kick in favor of the Golden Bears.
Diaz comes in to take it.
Oh, just not able to slip that into that little space there. Good touch by Sleesman. Finds Diaz. Diaz one-on-one. Oh, nice little slip pass. Altaffer not quite able to deal with that, but good idea by Diaz to find that. Luce will head that clear. Fry with the initial touch. Able to recover and get that wide. Wauseon still sprinting around. If I'm Bryan, I'm hoping they get just gassed enough, leave a little space, and Bryan can get in behind. Service on the ground. Shot taken from distance. Let that go to Rockel. Rockel tries to nutmeg the Wauseon player, but not able to do it. So that'll go out of play for a Bryan throw in. So Diaz is doing a lot. He's covering a lot of ground kind of from that forward position. I mean, he came back to take that off the throw in. Nice player. I mean, he does a.
He's wise beyond his year.
Yeah, he does a lot of that hard work. That's just, it's hard for a defense to deal with that because you know he's the striker and he's going to want to get up on your backs. Then he disappears. Here he is, kind of settled into that gap. Just couldn't quite get his foot on that. But he'll take a check. Nice little drag step. Service in front of the goal. Shot taken. Oh, Fry not able to get on that. Now he's on it. Left foot. That's Welling. To Mufeld. Out to Altaffer. Welling not able to jump on that. Tried to let it run across so he could find Diaz. Diaz calling for it over here, but Luce just going to keep it on the ground.
Telling you what, if I'm Carter Luce, I just pound that ball down and see what happens.
Well, again, the conditions out there, your likelihood of recovery are probably 10 to 15%. And I like Bryan's chances when they string passes together. They do a nice job of that. Staying organized. You'll see they've kind of started to settle back a little, leaving a center striker forward. Sleesman gets a header. Foot race out to the wide side of touch. Out of play. Throw in. Favors Wauseon. Substitutes coming. 8.5 minutes. That clock is winding down. Still 3-2 in favor of the Indians. Just on a knife's edge right now, Chris. A lot of time left, but it's going to run down quickly.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's probably, if you're Bryan, it seems like it's running instantaneously, and if you're Wauseon, it's just dragging out there. So off the throw in, Wauseon. Shot taken, wide right. Thank you, Bobby Bowden. I think that was Buer again. Ripped that left foot, shot. think Malanga had that near post covered, but never know what can happen. Off the goal kick, Bryan not able to recover it, but Fry jumps on it initially. Nice step.
That was good by Colin Rockel.
Oh, Rockel thought about taking that overlap and run from his left back position. Does not continue the run, or he might have actually had an opportunity up there. Throw awarded to Wauseon. I think it sort of ticked off a Golden Bear. So loose. Actually, nice little head check there. Make sure there was no one snuck in there. Go home. Wauseon throw, far touch. And Bryan getting some numbers back. Don't want to concede a fourth goal. 6.5 minutes. That would be catastrophic. But Wauseon driving. A little loose touch there. Gets away from the Golden Bears. Shot out of play. Should be a corner kick. That will be a corner kick in favor of the Indians.
Just their second one, I believe.
Just their second one at the 6-minute mark. This is where players need to perfect the art of looking like they're jogging quickly when they're jogging at about -2 miles an hour. 40 seconds can wind off. Wauseon not committing a lot of numbers forward. Left-footed service. Malanga punches it high, just not letting it get across the face of goal. Shot taken, but wide of the mark. So Bryan with the goal kick. They're going to have to manufacture something quickly here.
Yep.
Get that ball forward as we're approaching 5 minutes of time in the match. They can draw that. I think Bryan is substituting. Now the service comes off the goal kick. Wauseon stepping forward. Couple one-touch passes. Rockel. Diaz. Slip pass effort.
Wauseon's just everywhere. They're trying to play the ball through.
Yeah, Diaz tried to slip that into Altaffer on the angled run, but Wauseon just gets a foot on it. Unlucky. Bounced up, hit Diaz's arm. His arm was at his side. I don't know, but it did sort of catch between his arm and his side, so probably a correct call. Direct kick in favor of the Indians again. They could take all of an hour and a half to get this one away. Long service. Does get in behind the Golden Bear defense. Loose. Able to deal with that. Get that free. Now Bryan on the attack. Beautiful slip pass up the sideline. But just runs a little long. Just a little too much mustard on that. Clock will stop.
First sub.
Substitutions, 3 minutes, 44 seconds. Yeah, I like it when the officials keep the clock, and we have no idea how much real time is on there. American soccer at these levels, they run the clock the wrong way, too. Loose with a sojourn forward.
Ooh. That'll be a foul. That might be a card. Nope, I don't think
just a foul.
Looked like he was going into his pocket, though. Bears have just about 3 minutes to get an equalizer here.
That is the 12th free kick in favor of for the Golden Bears. Yeah, not a lot of time left. Bryan is going to have to be really careful in possession. That's
another foul.
Free kick. That's a 13th.
Was that a hand?
Yeah, I think it just came up awkwardly and was handled. So Bryan, late free kick, looking for an opportunity.
Just
headed up and away. Not able to find that upper 90. 2:40 to go. Bryan's going to have to be really judicious here to draw this to level and hope to split the points. So Wauseon. Oh, unlucky. Wauseon going to look to get to the corner if they can.
Keep it in play.
Bryan able to keep that in play, but not able to connect the pass. Look for Welling. He kind of settled in just a little flat. Needs to get that angled run out there and find that gap. Just didn't quite see it quick enough.
2 minutes.
Deep in these waning minutes of this match, both teams just trying to gain a toehold. Sleesman can't find a connect the pass, but it'll go out of play. Good ball. Boy gets it quickly to Rockel. Rockel looking for Welling. Welling just not able to get it. Wauseon jumps on that. Looks like
Caden Oberlin did that.
Yeah, Bryan settled into a 3-5-2, 3 backs. They push loose up top, hoping to use his height, but he won't be able to run on that. That's going to run out of play. 1 minute approaching. Loose will try to hurry things along here.
Well, the Golden Bears scored with 1 second left in the game one time this year.
Well, they'll take that today. Ball out of touch over there. Wauseon with the goal kick, approaching 30 seconds. Bryan, probably one last opportunity if they can pounce on this.
Stopping the clock.
Kind of make it a restart. Now they're going to call that, well, the clock is stopped at 26 seconds. They're looking at the press box. No idea what they're thinking.
Well, I think that they have a certain amount of time, obviously, to kick it.
Yep. Well, and they can award a yellow for delay, but
Yep.
I don't think they're going to.
They moved it up to 33 seconds.
So, well, still, Bryan gets 7 seconds, but they're going to need to get the ball, get it in behind, and they're going to get a throw-in opportunity as the Wauseon back shanks it. Diaz takes it quickly. Welling not able to get that in behind. Malanga stepped up into play, not able to draw that in, out of touch. Time winding down. Wauseon will get a throw in, but boy, they are unlikely to take that in any hurry. They could probably just put it in play and clear it. And this match inside of 10 seconds. And Wauseon will come out on top 3-2 as the clock winds down here at Golden Bears Stadium. We'll take a quick break, come back and give you the match wrap tonight.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
Discover great job skills training at Northwest State. With over 50 different programs available, there is something for everyone. Providing hands-on training and education is the community college advantage.
and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year in an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
Back out on the Golden Bears Sports Network, 3-2 your final score as Wauseon defeats Bryan here.
Yeah, tough second half. It was, that 1-1 in the second half there. It was a really tight half. There not much separated these teams tonight. Frankly, it boiled down to a couple quick opportunistic goals that found the feet of the Indians in that first half, and that got them just on top enough. I mean, outside of that, the match was, we were probably close to 50-50 possession as that match ended. Maybe favored Bryan a little bit. They kind of had the habit of stringing some more passes together, but Wauseon on the night, Chris, did a great job just to really taking away every passing angle and opportunity on the Golden Bears, and they just couldn't quite find those gaps, and kudos. Both defenses stayed really well organized, but as it ended, Wauseon just able to really just limit any balls in behind that Diaz or any of the Golden Bears could run onto, and I think that kind of ultimately, as the clock wore down, Bryan just ran out of time. You could tell just that last 10 minutes they probably started to dominate possession again. In the waning minutes of the half, had a couple good opportunities, got that goal, but just kind of midway through the half, but not able to finish it up. I had goals. I had a goal on the foot of Diaz and a goal. Who do we have with the other one? I think we awarded that to Burton in the two goals tonight, and then Wauseon 2. I think we awarded to Tester, and one we awarded to.
I think Tester had
two goals, yeah. The other to Buer, that first goal, and that that was really the surprise goal, the Buer goal off that quick restart. I think it just came so quick, caught Bryan flat-footed, and he just found the net. Nothing anybody could do, and probably the difference in the match tonight was that first goal, because from that minute on, it was just a dead heat for both squads. Well played match, entertaining match, and that'll take Wauseon to 9-2, and Bryan to 8-3-1. Both teams now with 9 points up on the Magic League board, so puts Wauseon in the hunt. Bryan still to play Delta, but all eyes on that match. If Bryan could, they take that, it gives them 12 points and might be able to close it out. They still got Archibald. I don't know if that's here or there, but
Archibald's here.
Here, good spot for that to be. Archibald's pitch it's a beautiful venue, but this year I was at a match last week. It was just a little bumpy, and it's tough to play possession soccer on that. So you kind of got to rely on your athletes.
Yeah, those will be on the rest of the games for the Golden Bears will be at our park, not here at the stadium. Only 3 games on turf this year.
Okay, well.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule real quick for both Wauseon and Bryan. Hopefully we can pull those up. I know Bryan plays Continental on Thursday.
Yeah, Continental, they're down a little bit this year. Still not a bad squad. Is that at Continental?
That's here.
That's here. That's good. Yep. You never know you got to go to the Putnam County League. It's always an adventure down there. And they got an awkward. It's kind of a small awkward pitch too. Then they'll be back here at the, like you say, the Rec Park against Archibald. So Archibald's at 2-2 in the league. So that'll be a good match. Bryan will want to be ready for that. On Delta, there you go. That's
here, home as well.
Home as well. So good luck at that one. And then Pettisville. Is that there?
I think that mimight be there.
That's on the giant Pettisville pitch. That thing's like 700 by 400 yards. So, and I'm pretty sure that if Pettisville, I don't know this, if they water it enough to get it grassy this time of year, they haven't had much rain over there. So, for all I know, they could be playing on a brick. But so good luck to the Golden Bears the rest of the season, and congratulations as the Wauseon Indians come out on top tonight, 3-2.
Let's thank our sponsors one more time, the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Parks and Rec, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, and Veterans Services of Williams County. Want to thank our broadcast crew. Our director was Krista Bruner, our cameras Cam Reesner and Austin Beam, our athletic department at BHS, Nathan Keel and Teresa Kuzmal, Golden Bear Photography, Matt Neff and Stephanie Ponzak, and I am your executive producer of the Golden Bears Sports Network. Our next game is going to be this Friday. American football versus Liberty Center. That'll be here 7 o'clock Friday night right here at Golden Bears Stadium. And then right back at it Saturday morning as the Lady Bears host TCC here on the turf. We'll have that one for you as well. This broadcast is produced by the Golden Bears Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any duplication or other use of this broadcast, including descriptions or accounts of the game without the express written consent of the Bryan City School District, is prohibited. One final time for all of us at the Golden Bears Sports Network. With Mark Hagans, I'm Chris Malanga. Again, your final score 3-2. Have a good night, everybody.